И мы продолжаем ходить к клиентам Deliverance. Да, такие дела. Эта серия будет посвящена монастырю. Но судя по прошлой серии, вы, наверное, заметили, у меня сейчас плохие отношения с Азарем. Из-за того, что меня увидели, как я переношу спящего чувака.
Leave me be.
И вот куда я в эту жопу направилась, а?
God be with you.
The bailiff sent me. He said you're looking for a cook.
That's right. I'm searching for a good cook, but I've said all that to our esteemed bailiff.
Well, I offered the bailiff my help because I know the Skalitz folk.
Ah, I see. Well, ask away then.
Do you have any particular requirements for the new cook?
Well, it would be an advantage if she knew how to cook.
Well, yes, but the bailiff said you had other conditions.
Well, I want a woman who's capable of looking after the house when I'm away on business.
Young, nimble.
What for? I want her to impress people with her food, not her face.
I understand. Sorry. I also heard there are vacant carrier jobs.
Yes, yes. I'm surprised it hasn't occurred to anyone sooner. It will certainly benefit the city if the burghers don't have to send their own servants.
It will benefit my people as well.
Of course, it goes without saying.
I also heard that you need workers to carry, to empty latrines.
It's not dignified to talk of such manners. That's not a concern for decent people.
But I need to know.
Enough. I won't have such talk in my home.
Как хочешь. Да здравствуйте, херовая оптимизация.
What the hell?
Не будешь я с хлопами говорить рядом с людьми?
What? I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
I'd like to ask about our former neighbours. There are jobs here for some of them, and I have to pick people.
The bailiff told me about it. He still wants our people to do the knacker's job?
But what of it? It will benefit everyone.
Not everyone. There's not enough work for everyone, and no one wants to do the knacker's job.
But having a job could save someone's life.
Water carrying, maybe. But if they have to do a job that's not fit for a decent person, only for the knacker or the executioner's servant?
So you think there's no point in it? That it's better to beg than have a job, even if it is hoarding shit?
You forget that that's a job for the knacker's hired hand, not for displaced people. When we return to Skalitz, they'll never be able to rid themselves of the stink.
So do you know who's most in need of some coin and is fit for hard work?
Everyone's in need of coin, but not everyone is fit for such work.
But who should I talk to then? Where will I find them?
I'll talk to them myself and send them to meet you in front of the Rathaus, so they'll all be in one place. It'll take me a while, though.
I'm also looking for a cook. Do you know of a good cook who's looking for work?
Well, there's Agnes. I've heard she can cook better than anyone. Only...
Well, what's the problem? Did something happen to her?
No, it's just that I haven't seen her around here for ages. I believe she's cooking for the local parish priest and living at the presbytery. So I don't think she's in need of work.
Thanks. I'll go.
Все на одно лицо. Посидели, потрудили, как говорится.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Sir, I met the parish priest of Uzhitz, and I must say he's a very interesting man.
I should say so. Have you ever seen him at swordplay? Not bad for a man of the cloth, is he? Rumour has it, when he finished his studies at the university where his father sent him, he decided the religious life wasn't for him, and vanished to foreign parts. They say he made a living as a mercenary. I even heard he fought against the Turk at the Battle of Kosovo, and then he suddenly came back and settled down here. No doubt it cost his family plenty, but he's a fair man and I'm fond of him. There's a lot to be said for a priest with a good understanding of vice.
Турки наши. Кстати, костел, да?
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Чего интересно?
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
I need to go over those melodies again. I don't remember them too well.
Fair enough. They aren't simple, so listen. Of course. Remember it now?
Yes, I'll remember.
So off you go, and let's hope you have better luck. The bird is due back soon. I shudder to think what he'll say if he finds out I lost his prized possessions.
Да. Срал? Я. На. Этих птиц.
God be with you, Henry.
Are you Agnes, who works at St. James?
I am. Or I did, before those devils rolled in and burnt down Skalitz. Why do you ask?
I'm looking for a good cook and housekeeper, and everyone I asked sent me to you.
I've been blessed by God.
So it seems. Anyway, the local merchant wants someone who can cook food fit for nobility and take care of his household.
Well, Father Francis was very fond of good food, but I can't just go serve someone else.
Merchant Hagen isn't just anybody.
I've heard of him, that he's a good Catholic.
Really? Well, yeah, sure he is.
Truly. People still talk about the lovely service he arranged for his wife's funeral.
So you wouldn't mind being his housekeeper?
Well, I don't know. What will Father Francis do?
Where's Father Francis now?
I don't know. The last time I saw him, he was going to confession in Sasau. But that was before all these terrible things happened. I've heard no word of him since then.
Does he go to Sasau often? Where does he stay when he's there?
Not so often. About once a month. He always used to stay in the inn near the monastery, so he wouldn't have far to go.
I'll ask around about what happened to Father Francis. I'll let you know.
God bless.
Классный такой костюм, ворота. Исповедуется. Там исповедуется. А, нет, тоже выход.
Have you heard anything about the Cumans in Sigismund's army?
Terrible things. Horrible. I hear they skin people alive, and what they do to the women folk. Better take your own life than fall into their hands. Beasts they are. Animals.
Покемоны, блин. В работе готовы 21.
My respects to you.
Will you teach me how to pickpocket better?
Certainly.
Well,
Ясно.
can you tell? That's all.
Ладненько.
I've brought you something.
Кинжал, украшение. Кабани клыки.
Are you serious? What on earth is this? Take it away, Hal. I don't want it.
Да.
Fancy doing something again?
I'd love to, Henry, but not just now. Come and see me in a couple of days. You've got to let a girl catch her breath now and then.
Ну, как хочешь, многое теряешь.
I wonder what Teresa's doing now. I could stop by and see it.
Никто его не ждет, нигде его не ждут. Да. Ну, фиг с ним. Я только что от нее. Здесь не передохли все.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I came to ask how things are looking with that pestilence, but I can see something's not right.
Pestilence. Pestilence. Seems like long ago.
Melikar, what exactly happened?
It all happened so quick, Henry. First they got better after taking that potion you gave them for a few days, and then one evening they got the fever again. By morning I was nearly the last one left.
Никого.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
Aye. What can you do?
Ну капец, наверное, я не то им дал.
What will you do now?
I don't know. Maybe I'll try to drink away the pain, or go on a pilgrimage. I'm damned if I know what folk do at times like this.
I'll be on my way then.
Aye. Go, Henry. You don't want to linger too long in this accursed place.
Melikar, I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you.
What can a mere mortal do? The Lord gives, and the Lord takes away.
Pardon me for asking, but what did you do with that brigand?
We threw him down a pit behind the village there by the stone cross. Why?
It's just that he might have had some clue to my investigation on him.
We drew lots to see who would have to bury him, so you can be sure nobody went through his pockets. But if you plan to grope about his corpse, and keep well away from Merhead after.
Understood.
Зачем? Зачем? Нахера? Ну, раз все померли... Ну, что сказать? Такой из меня лекарь. Неужто и правда никого не осталось? Просто пустые дома остаются. Конец много стало. Вот типа клещик. Так, с водолея ухожу для серебра. Ну, так бывает, что сказать. Ничего не поделать. Опять зачищать этот лагерь, окей, без проблем. Даже игра сохранилась. Начинает шевелиться, сейчас буду видеть этих ублюдков.
Looks like they smashed things up nicely.
Моя глефа. Косой на перевес, давай. Че, живой еще остался? повторим, значит.
Gone weak at the knees, have you?
God damn!
Ой, обронил. Ни о чем, мужик, ни о чем. Ну, пусть получше.
What's that?
Yeah! Just Christ!
Kunda!
Кунда? Я
You call that
Генри.
combat?
Подходи, сука. Тварына. Вставай.
You're in the wrong.
Буду ваше вино выбирать, понятно? Тяжелый топор. Куда ты ее уронил, а? Поднял живо.
Well, I...
Чувак, ты с дуэлянтом ходил? Вот это ты, конечно, даешь. Чтобы это такое классное оружие, но... Кто следующий на мне? Чё, все? А нет, ничего нет.
What's going on there?
Давай по-мужски.
What you got here? Enter. What's going on? Gone weak at the knee.
чтоб тут потом слепой. Твою. Как лохов, ей-богу.
This is in surprisingly good condition.
Вау. Что-нибудь еще делаем? Или на этом все? Там нибудь тоже враги будут. Так, штольня и водные сооружения.
Art, what do you want?
Just looking around.
You'd be wise to keep your nose out of here. This is a silver mine and no one's allowed.
But you're here.
I'm watching to make sure no one goes in. Something could fall on someone in there.
Don't worry your head about it. I won't steal anything and I'll watch my step.
But... All right, off you go. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Be a bit more careful.
так улучшила. Ты... Дурак, блядь. Куда ты его уронил? Реально мужик стоял, сторожил. Черт. Новый Elder Scrolls какой-то. Ёб твою мать. Конечно, он живой.
Hey! Hey, you there! What have you done?
Me? It wasn't me. It must have been one of your lot pushed him down the shaft.
If you hadn't come sniffing around, none of this would have happened.
What's my being here got to do with it? What the fuck's been going on? Whatever it is, now you've got a murder to answer for.
Only if someone finds out.
I'm here by order of Sir Radzig and Master Fafar. Stealing the king's silver will get you burned at the stake.
Nobody's been stealing any silver here.
We'll see about that soon enough. But if I were you, I'd make a run for it before I get out of here. I don't intend to go chasing across the province after anyone.
Don't believe him! He can't do anything from down there. There's more of us, and he doesn't know his way around.
Чувак, идти. Давай, Генри, лезь ты, шопин. Что энергия не восстанавливается? Ушел, возьму факел.
Better not go any further. I might drown.
Гребаный холодно. Ты главный герой. С грибов ножом тут не забыть. Чем не обосрались? Хера столько бежал. Сейчас зуб подтянуть, что ли? Три текстуры, блин. Зачем так что починил? Яс. А, нет. Лучше лестница полюбаться. Дивизию. Вара Хорсон Однако приколистно. Однако, здравствуйте. Ты тупик, ты в жопу. Замечательно. Если здесь лежит факел, значит где-то есть выход. А разбойники пусть остаются тут. Ну хоть ловушек нет.
Hey, who's there? Who's there?
What's that noise?
Well now, look what's come crawling out from under some rock.
Каптус, конечно. А, я понял. Это этот, блядь, отряд нахуй долбоёбов. Ну окей. Что мне с вами сделать? Я не знаю, как ты слишком много ударов держишь. Вижу уворотливый. Прямо в лицо им тыкнул, нет, твою мать. Саруба. Какого хера вы вообще нападаете на... копье получше, я заметил.
What's going on? Hey, who's there? To arms! Get over here! Raise the alarm! Watch out!
Чуть не умер. Я 3 раза не повторяю. С копьем наперевес.
The stone cross. He's buried here somewhere.
Серьезно. Ночью вам опять нападать. Тяжело вооруженных рыцарей вообще, что ли? Мозга нет. Как говорится, у них нет мозга. Давайте.
Blood will be spilt. You are dead. You can't hide from me. I'll squash you.
Голые мужики, вы что, тупые? Это и было нападение, да? Идти на разбой с деньгами, ёб твою мать. Вы идиот. Спасибо. Помогли мне немножко. Капельку, так сказать. Надо умыться. Шоколадный как свинья.
Greetings. What do you need?
Fooling around here for? Be off right now, or I'll
I'm here about the mine.
Excellent. So what did you find out?
I didn't get round to having a proper look. I came across something more disturbing.
What's that?
Nemoy and his gang were stealing silver there.
The vermin. I thought as much. Did you bring him here?
I tried to, but he was having none of it. He didn't want to burn, so he tried to kill me.
Well, I'm glad he didn't succeed. But now I won't be able to find out anything. Oh well, can't be helped, I suppose.
How does life in Rat Eye suit you?
I suppose it was kind of them to take us in. But then they just left us to fend for ourselves. Nobody gives a damn about us.
What are you playing at with that weapon?
Greetings. What?
Hey!
Put that weapon away before someone gets hurt.
Hey, you're not allowed to walk around.
Yeah!
I'm honoured that you should come to me.
Are you here on account of the water carrier?
Yes, I am. My name is Vincent.
Nice to meet you. I'll ask a few questions and we'll see. All right?
Fine. Ask away.
Hey, am I invisible or what?
What did you do before this?
I work for my father.
Doing what? Who's your father anyway?
He was Moimir. We had a farm near Scarlet's.
Really? His farmhands came to the tavern a lot, but I never saw you there.
I don't go to taverns.
Hey, am I invisible or what?
How are you holding up?
Well, I'm alive. But I miss my father.
Am I invisible
And
or
the
what?
farm too. But Ma says there's no use dwelling on it. Life must go on.
Not
What happened with Bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him at all.
So you're probably here about carrying water, right?
I want to carry water.
That's all? Nothing more to add?
That's what's needed, ain't it?
And what would you give me if I put in a good word for you?
I've got nothing to give.
Oh, come now. You say you want the job, so prove it to me.
Mother told me I should go and help. If you don't want my help, fair enough.
Not talking to me?
That's enough for now.
I hope I can be of help to you, Knight.
You're one of the people interested in work?
Well, Alex told me that I'm supposed to ask about a job carrying water.
That's right. But first, I'll ask you a few questions. You are...
Peter. But everyone calls me Rob. There was more than enough Peters in the mines. And not just in the mines. So...
At the mines? So you're a miner?
That's right. I worked in the East Shaft. And I hope I'll be working there again. Now that I think of it, have you heard anything from that old ships? When will they open the mines again?
I have no idea what their lordships plan to do about it.
Alright. I just thought you might have heard something.
How are you holding up?
You mean this here? Well, I've got feeling back in my arm again.
What happened to it, anyway?
That time in Skalitz. I was knocked down by a horse, but it's better now.
But can you handle carrying water? It's no easy matter.
Sure I can. Like I said, my arm's fine.
The bailiff said he couldn't get a word out of you.
Well, he's not the most popular man around here, after everything that's happened. You can't blame us.
Maybe, but if you lot had just talked to him, I wouldn't have to run around dealing with this, and you'd all have a few groschen by now.
You might be right. But there's no point crying over spilt milk.
That's enough for now.
You're just going to pretend I'm not here?
Jesus, look where you're going. Be a bit more careful.
Как говорится, работы на всех не
Put that
хватит.
weapon away before someone
Put
wants
that-
to walk around here with a weapon drawn. Think about it.
What do you want?
I want to work. And I heard you're the one in charge of giving out jobs, not the bailiff.
It's true. Do you know how to cook? If you know how to make food for nobles, then I might have something for you.
Where would I learn to cook food for nobles? I want to carry water.
But Alex has already picked people who want to carry water.
He didn't ask me though, so I came here myself.
Be that as it may, I already have the people I need to carry water. And anyway, it's no job for a woman.
I'm strong enough to knock you on your arse, you pup.
Драться в задницу.
Good day to you.
You're interested in carrying water?
I am. It's about time something good came to decent folk.
I agree. Now, I'll ask you a few questions.
What? But I want the work and I deserve it. Get your questions for good-for-nothings.
What makes you so deserving? How did you make a living before this?
I was the owner of a mine. Well, I had a lease on it. But in our line of work, it amounts to the same thing.
The chief, eh? But have you ever hauled a bucket of ore up a hill?
There's no hill in a mine. Just a shaft with a winch.
How are you holding up in Rattay?
Not too well. I've tried offering my administrative abilities at the rat house, but the bailiff treats me like a peasant.
He's not an easy man to deal with, true enough. But if you show him what you're capable of...
Well, if he gives you a chance to show him...
And the bailiff complained he couldn't get a word out of you.
I refused to talk to him. Last time I did, he was vulgar, shouted and threatened to whip me. And then he comes and interrogates me.
Well, I can't see how that would put you off him. What would you give me if I put in a good word for you?
So that's how it is it? An honest person can't get a job, only one who'll stoop to bribing?
Come now. I just want to help, but I'll have my job cut out persuading the bailiff to take you.
All right. I don't have anything, but I know the armourer in Sasau, and he'll give you a good price if I have a word with him.
Nah, no good. I already know enough blacksmiths and armourers. You'll have to do better than that.
I've nothing else to offer. Take it or leave it.
And the bailiff... Well... That's enough for now.
Сейчас надо выбрать хорошего кандидата.
God save you. What can I do for you?
You hear about the water carrying?
I can hold water all day long.
So, do you want the job? There's Plenty of other folk that will take it if you don't.
I do. I want it. What do I have to do?
So tell me, what was your trade before?
I was a miner, then a farm labourer, then I was a servant, then I fled from Skullets and ended up here.
Quite the factotum, aren't you? Was none of those jobs good enough for you?
I liked them all, but they were always sending me to do something else. Pickman, they'd say. Leave this and go and do that.
Pickman? That's your name?
Actually, my real name's Vassen, but they call me Pickman.
Is that German?
Henry,
I'm glad you
it's
came.
from when I was in the mines, digging with a pick.
How are you holding up anyway?
What can I tell you? I've seen better days for sure.
What happened with the bailiff? He couldn't get a word out of anybody.
That peacock, what was strutting up and down and shouting at everyone? He told me he'd no time to listen to a buffoon like me. So I shut my mouth.
Well, I could put in a good word for you, but you'll have to scratch my back too.
Fair enough. Show me where it itches.
No, you dolt. It's just a saying. Like I do something for you, and you do something for me.
Ah, right. I see. Well, as it happens, I've got something great for you. Treasure you wouldn't dream of.
Treasure, you say? Right, you've got my attention.
I see you're a smart man. A man who knows a thing or two about the world. I've got... Wait for it. I've got a piece of the Queen of Sheba's sword.
Never heard of her. Who's she?
She was a great queen in ancient times. She gave Solomon a sword with magical powers.
Magical, eh? You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
No, it's true. It's in the Bible. And this sword, once it's put back together, nothing can stop it. It can cut through bones, teeth, even steel and stone.
I see. But you've only got one piece. What's that good for?
I couldn't get it all. The fellow I bought it off didn't have the rest. He sold off bits and pieces. They've got powers of healing, you see? And put strength in your... You know, manhood. What do you say? Deal?
We'll shake on it. I'll get you the job, and you'll give me the piece of the Queen of Sheba's sword.
Agreed.
Do you want something?
I'd like to ask a favour of you, Hal.
Of course. What is it?
I heard you're picking people to carry water. No one needs the job more than Antonia.
Adam never mentioned any Antonia.
I'm not surprised. But Antonia really needs that job.
Can she cook?
What's that got to do with carrying water?
Nothing, but there's a cook's job going too. Much easier than hauling water.
I don't know how good a cook she is, though. You'd better ask her yourself.
Do you think she'll be able to handle carrying those buckets? It's quite far, and up that hill.
She's no princess. She's tough enough.
All right. I'll bear it in mind.
Bear it in mind? What does that mean?
It means I'll think about it. The bailiff has the last word.
Well, if he's got something against giving the job to a woman, then try and get Vincent in at least. He might not have anyone on their deathbed, but his mother has no one else.
Тут была тёлка.
God save you. What can I do for you?
You're here about the water carrying?
I am. Where do I get some pails?
Hold your horses. We haven't decided yet who gets the job. I have to ask you a few things first.
What for? I can handle the job. But ask away.
What trade did you do before?
I worked in the mines, at the winch. You've heard of Thunder the winch, right? Strong as a bull.
Ah, the name sounds familiar. You were one of the new miners, weren't you?
I was. I came last autumn. The winter was mild enough to work the mines, and I showed everyone I was a hard worker. So did I get the job?
We're not finished yet. And how are you holding up?
Not very well, I'll tell you that. I help out with something every once in a while and get some money for it. But it's not enough. Especially when the dice don't fall in my favour.
Sure. And have you tried looking for other work?
What for? They'll get the mines running again, and I'll have a real man's job.
And what about soldiering? That's real man's work, isn't it?
It is, and I'd be good at it. When I land a punch, you'd think you were kicked by a horse, which I once showed to a soldier I fell out with over a game of dice. Only, I'm too smart for soldiering.
No doubt. I heard you lot don't want to talk to the bailiff.
I don't know much about that. The others didn't talk to him, so I kept my mouth shut as well. That's the way we do it at the mines. He didn't even really ask me anything anyway. Just mumbled something under his breath.
What would you give me if I recommended you?
What could I give when I don't have a pot to piss in? All I have is a strong arm. Whenever I hit anything or anyone, they stay hit.
Well, if I get you the job, will you show me how to really hit someone hard?
I could. Deal then.
Deal. Well, there's also the option of carrying...
Дерьмо.
Shit.
Not a chance. I'm not carrying any shit around. And if anyone tries to make me, I'll break his legs.
And what if I told you that you get double the pay?
Didn't I mention something about breaking legs?
You did, but more money?
I wouldn't be under the winch anymore. More like under the stench.
I know everything I need.
So, can I go carry water then?
Not yet. I'll tell the bailiff and he'll choose.
Well, I hope he chooses me. Otherwise, I might be very angry.
I'll bear that in mind.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Ну я же еще не выбрал.
I see you survived.
Aren't you observant?
You still owe me. Don't think I've forgotten.
I don't owe you. I owe your father, and he's dead. So get out of here.
realise I could kill you without a moment's thought? Anytime I want to, you coward.
No, I can't take any more. Fine, I owe you. And what am I supposed to do about it? You think you'll get anything from me? Look at what I've got. But maybe I could. Maybe I could tell you where you can find some money. If you forgive my debt, that is.
All right then. Start talking.
No. First, I want you to swear you won't be demanding anything else from me.
Very well then. Talk.
When we were running from Skalitz, I heard something. I don't know who said it. It's a miracle I could even hear it in that chaos. Either way, somebody hid a lot of coin under a dovecote.
Under a dovecote? And that's it?
That's all I know. How many dovecotes could there be in Skalitz? If you've got the guts to go back there, you're bound to find it.
Fine. We'll see.
Sir? What's not to eat? Asparagus for taste and prunes for what ails you. Try them.
I hope I can.
So next time
Put that weapon away before someone gets hurt.
God be with you.
I'd like to talk to you again about that job. That's all I need.
Good luck.
I know everything I need to know to pick the carriers.
Splendid. I'll be glad to get this damn business off my back. So how have you decided?
So, how do we do this? Do I just give you their names, or should I send for them?
Just tell me their names and whether they should carry water or something else. Don't worry, I'll send for them.
Vasil goes by the moniker of Pickman.
Pickman? I hope he doesn't have a history of pickpocketing.
No. They call him Pickman because he worked in the silver mines, and he was very keen with the pick. So much so, he managed to chop off 2 of his fingers.
Well, he can't do too much damage with a bucket, I suppose. Where do you want to put him?
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Vincent, Moimir's son.
Vincent? Never heard of him. What do you think he should do?
Or maybe someone else.
Jesus, I can...
Vincent.
Vincent?
Carrying shit.
Good. One person for this job. Next?
Tonda.
The winch. Ought to be good with a bucket anyway. What's he going to do?
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
Antonia.
What? A woman?
Yeah, is that a problem? You never said it had to be only men.
I didn't, but I kind of assumed it would be clear. It's a long walk with a heavy load, man's work.
She can handle the job. Have no fear.
Let's hope so. You'll have to answer to me if she can't. Where do we put her then?
Воду или дерьмо?
Carrying shit.
Good. One person for this job. Next?
Peter, better known as Rock.
Peter? Rock? Didn't he get into a fight and injure his arm? Well, what should he do?
To carry water.
So we have one person to carry water. Who's next?
That's it.
Good. All decided. Now about the cook's job.
Hey!
Be a bit more careful.
What the hell?
Master Ben.
No unsheathed weapons. Well then.
Oh shit.
I've brought you something.
Oh, Hal. Is this for me? This must have cost you a fortune. But I like it very much, thank you. You really mustn't bring me any more gifts like that, or you'll spoil me.
Don't you want to do something together again?
I can't now. Come back in the evening, will you?
How about now?
That sounds wonderful. Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening. I want you to take me there.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Me and my father used to stop at the tavern in the Glade when he was taking the flour into town, but he never wanted to take me inside. What do you think, Hal? Shall we go?
And just where might that be?
Just above the upper gate, a little before you reach Ratai.
Well, I don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will, I promise.
Let's be going then.
Yeah. Сейчас набухаем трезво.
sometimes. If I want a proper meal, I have to. You wouldn't want to eat the stuff I cook.
That's true. I haven't forgotten that bet you made back in Scotland.
Don't talk about those oatcakes. Fritz's belly heaves at the very mention, even now.
And that's where you go to woo wenches, is it?
Well, naturally. The taverns and baths are where the best ones gather.
You lout.
No need to take it the wrong way.
I'm not taking it any way at all.
It's all right. I'm only joking. I don't go picking up women in taverns. I prefer a different sort.
What sort might that be?
All mouth and green eyes.
You're such a...
Come on then. So, here we are. Should we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service.
Прислуга.
A pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
Фига себе, он
Is it
благодари фигач.
Excellent.
This ale is no better in the province.
You know what?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh.
But really?
Yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing
Ага,
just
особенно в
fine.
лапных
Right. No, it's
All
it's fine. Not so bad. You've worn me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
How about a dance with a real man?
How about you leave me alone and bother someone else?
Oh, come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got tits like a cow in calf. That's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her. You'll pay for that, boy.
Что? Ты охуел? Я тебе сейчас твою морду в лицо запихаю. Брис.
My hero. Does it hurt?
Oh, you should worry about the other fella.
Он штрафан, пора.
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you. You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
That tickles.
Baby.
Его проткнул копьем, а Тереза проткнул хуёв. Ловкий человек. А где его труп валяется?
So, you'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you. Can I take you home?
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest? I can find my own way home.
I'll manage those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
I'll give you this. Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
Oh, you should go in before Peshek starts fretting.
О, здрасте. Казанова.
Oh.
Забыл, что должен стричься. Отправили сюда, у меня послание. Там небось лагерь был. Ну ладно. Оу, щит, уже, наверное, пора заканчивать. Или еще не пора? Значит, не пора.
What do you want here, lad?
God save, Monsignor. My name's Henry, and I've been sent by Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Sir Hanush, And why is he sending you?
I'm to assist you in your search.
Oh, I see. How considerate of him. Well, you've come at the right time. I need someone who'll go unnoticed among the locals. I'm sure Sir Hanush told you what I'm doing here.
He said you're looking for heretics?
Exactly. I'm seeking out the sores that inflict the body of the church. The rash of heretics. Waldensians. Dangerous heretics, one and all.
How can I help you then?
Excellent. Let's get right to the point, Henry. I know how to get to where the heretics congregate.
And what's stopping you from going there, sir?
That is to say, I know in theory. The crux of the matter is this. We caught a heretic in Gutenberg who told us of the heretics in Uschitz. Regrettably, by the time he got around to describing their meeting place, he was already raving and hardly coherent.
I see. So do you know where they meet up, or don't you?
Possibly. His account was confused, to say the least. I have a record somewhere here. Can you read, boy?
Разумеется, я могу быть, что нет, я сын кузнеца, а не писарь.
Naturally, father. Otherwise, Sahanish wouldn't have sent me.
I see. It's a good thing at least the servants of the nobility are getting a suitable education. Some of their own offspring can hardly write their own names. Here's the record of the interrogation. From what I can make out, his description of the route starts at the local tavern. Once you've found something out, come back and see me.
I'll do my best, father. Well, I'm not from Ujits exactly, so I don't know how well they'll accept me.
That's good, because the last thing I need is one of these local good-for-nothings. I can't trust a single one of them. And they don't trust me either. But you're an ordinary lad with a likable face. If a bit simple-looking, you'll have a much better chance of learning their secrets.
You flatter me, Monsignor. Very well, then. Are there any suspects?
Everyone is a suspect. You can be sure of that. But I'll know more after I finish the interrogations.
How did you conclude there are heretics here?
We caught one in Gutenberg. He confessed to everything, including meeting up with others in Ujits a few times.
And that was all he told you?
By the end, all his strength had left him, so he couldn't even put together a list.
But that doesn't necessarily mean any of them are from Ujits. Maybe they just meet here.
That is indeed possible, but I want certainty, not conjecture.
Who are these Valdensians? I've never heard of them.
Really? Then you've either not been paying attention in church, or the parish priest in Ratai is too idle to read out the bishop's missive to the congregation. Both possibilities are equally disturbing, but I'll allow you the benefit of the doubt, and assume it's the latter. But to answer your question, it's a heretical sect.
I gathered that much, but what form does the heresy take?
Look, boy, I don't have time right now to embark on theological disputation. Besides which, it's not something you need concern yourself with. Suffice it to say, they are heretics.
Very well, Monsignor. I'll get working on it, sir.
God be with you, my son.
Ревенант. Ваше здоровье постепенно становится само. А потом берсерк включаю. То есть на 18 левеле тоже получу теперь. Да. Перков дофига, вкачивать ничего. Ничего интересного не понял.
Put that weapon away or I'll...
I hope I can be of some humble service.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. I heard there's been quite a ruckus in Tomberg. It seems some gang of poachers has settled in the woods there. I couldn't tell you anything about it, though. Best talk to Nicholas, the Tomberg Master Hunter.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Put that weapon away, damn it.
Put that weapon away before the guards notice it. Wielding a weapon is banned here.
Терпите меня.
Good God. Put that weapon away before a guard sees you. It'll get you into trouble.
Ладно, ребята. Что-то это продлится вечность. Может, и не вечность. Какую ты херню пихаешь? Ладно, спасибо, что смотрели. Ставьте лайк, подписывайтесь. Всем